Hello, this is Noah Kiernan for the ECE 320 problem set 4 video problem. Today we have a given x of n. We're going to solve for the fundamental frequency, solve for a k, and solve for the y of n for the frequency response, given frequency response. And so for fundamental frequency, you have n equals 6. It's shown over here, the line. And then it's 2 pi over n, gives you pi over 3. And solve for a k. And so 1 over n is going to be 1 over 6. And then we're going to do 2, negative 3. 2 to negative 3, so it's just these values. And so these are all going to be 0, because they're all values 0, except for negative 1, 0, and 1. These have 6, 12, and 6. So the 6 and 6, they're symmetrical, so they're going to cancel out. They're not going to cancel out. They're going to go the 2 cosine, and then pi over 3k, because that's the fundamental frequency. And 0 is going to be e to the 0, so it's just going to be this number, which is 12. So this is shown over here. And then multiply these, it's going to be 12 cosine fundamental frequency k. And then you multiply that by 1 over 6 and get 2 cosine fundamental frequency, which is pi over 3 times k. And then you do 12 over 1 over 6. Well, 12 times 1 over 6 gets you 2. And then you have to do for these parts, solve it, put in your calculator, putting your k values. So for k equals 0, it's 4. K equals plus or minus 1 is 3. K equals plus or minus 2 is 1. K equals plus or minus 3 is 0. Okay, so for C, solve for y of n. Most important part is that W part, because that's what you're going to be multiplying by your fundamental frequency. And so it corresponds to over here, this side. And then so it's pi over 3. It's less than pi over 2, so it's over here. And so yeah, so it's going to be 1. So you're going to just be multiplying it by 1. And for these two are on this side, so it's 0 because there's no line. And then so you're just going to get your corresponding numbers for over here, like a is 0, a 3, no, a is 0 is 4, a of 1 is 3, a of 2 is 1, and a of 3 is 0. So you just plug in those numbers and the numbers you got. So it's like 4 times 1, 3 times 1, 1 times 0, get that. And you have to do the summation. And after you do summation, these are all just 0 except for these 3. And then so these 2 turn to 2 cosine. And then you multiply that by 6. So 6 cosine pi over 3n plus 4. And that's going to be your answer. And then this one cancels out because e is 0. So yeah, so your answer is this one.